Hmm. Interesting. Facebook went up first. Just guess it's one of those days. Hey, I'm Louis Porter Jr., and you're watching Transparency Agenda. It is Tuesday, April the 25th, 2017. Let's just get into it because we're not going to waste any time. Because, of course, some stuff's popped up, so I got to talk about that later. So, first and foremost, we're going to hit up our buddies doing Kickstarters. Uh, yeah, that's what we'll do first. Lore of the Gods just crossed 2,000. They got 4,000 for a goal, 22 days away. Yeah, it should do well. But I'm also going to talk about them real quick because, I really haven't seen much press about this at all anywhere. And even the write-up here is pretty short. It's like 1, 2, 3. It's like 4 paragraphs. And to me, it's like you're asking for $4,000 and you're not really promoting it. I mean, I haven't seen it anywhere except for it just happened to be something I caught. So, just a little shout out. You got 60 backers. You're probably going to make your numbers, but you could have made your numbers probably on day 3 if you really promoted this thing. I don't understand why people aren't promoting the stuff they're doing. They're spending all this time doing these Kickstarters and doing these movies and stuff. Why not spend some time promoting it? I mean, I don't get that part. That doesn't make any sense to me. Moving on. Underworld, another one that proved that it does know how to promote. They're at 34,000. They got 3 days left. They got nearly 600 people signed up for it. Yes, of course, it's going to be an excellent project. They've got a good reputation. They built it. The art is great. But once again, they promoted. They also went with a nice goal of $1,000, which they looks like they got the first day. Boom, they got 1,000, and they've gone up just cents from there. And that's all you got to do, man. That's all you got to do. You got to do smart stuff, hustle. Boom. This project's going to be. This might even get to 40. Maybe I don't know about 40, 37, but maybe 40. It's possible. Next up, Dark Naga, another one. You got like nearly 3,000 people, 2,800 people. It's got a $4,000 goal, 76 backers. I don't see enough people talking about it. I don't see enough people even on the company side talking about it. I don't understand how people just don't want to promote their stuff. I mean, I promoted on here because they're friends, and they said, hey, they've got some projects, and they see what they're doing. Hey, but I should be seeing some Facebook ads. I should be seeing some ads everywhere. I should be seeing ads for stuff to go, oh, great, check this out. And it's let me be honest, they started. I can't say the exact date when they started. Where is the start date? I can't see. It doesn't even say it. It looks like they started. I don't know, but they're about a third of the way in. At least a third of the way in, and it's like you haven't reached your goal. You got to reach your goal by at least 30. You got to reach your goal at least, I think, in the first, but the third. I mean, the third of it. You have to. That's not even a question. If you got to struggle to get the rest of that money for the other part, that's just a waste of time. That's too much stress, and you really got to focus on getting it out. Got to advertise. Got to step out. Got to get people interested. I don't understand why more people don't do that. I don't get that. I don't understand that. I wish more people would do that. I wish more people would go out and try to find out how to get excited and how to do things that are exciting. I don't get it. So if you're doing a Kickstarter, get excited. Get people excited about it, as you should. Here's the most basic thing you can do. Here's something that we did. Let me tell you this is how foolish I am. I'll put this in both places, of course. Boom. So here's something we just did. We put this post up this morning. We put up avatars already for our Kickstarter. Now, our Kickstarter doesn't start till October. Okay? October. I got stuff for it already. It doesn't start till October. That sounds crazy, right? No, I'm going to spend the next 4 months talking about this Kickstarter from now to then. So everybody and their mother, when they see me, see my face, they're going to think, he's got a Kickstarter coming. He's been talking about this Kickstarter. He's been talking about this Kickstarter. He's been talking about this Kickstarter. And that's all I do is I keep talking about this Kickstarter wherever I go. And you should be doing that too. If you've got a Kickstarter, you should be thinking about ways to get people to look at it, to see it, to check it out. I don't understand why people don't do that. Thank you. Hello. You need pre-Kickstarter hustle to get the backers. They do. And some people don't do that. Some people just show up and be like, what they remind me of is like guys who just show up to a party and don't bring anything. Like, I'm here. Give me some free food. It's like, no, man, that's not how it works. You're supposed to bring a dish. Oh, well, I didn't feel that was a good deal. Then why would you think you're going to get fed? It's like, come on, man. You got to at least do the minimum. That's all I'm saying. Do the basic minimum. That's a minimum thing that anybody can do. Anybody can do that real quick. Doesn't take much. Anybody. So next up, I saw this today, and it kind of shocked me. But I don't believe this stupid thing. I can't believe this was like something I missed. And apparently, did you know Paizo was selling at RPG Now? Because I didn't know Paizo was selling at RPG Now. So Paizo has like a lot of stuff they have on sale at RPG Now. It's Dungeon and Dragon magazines and stuff for their card games. But I didn't know like their magazines, Dungeon and Dragons, are available online as digital versions. Okay, that's kind of cool. It's like, hey, you want the Dragon that they did, all the ones that Paizo did, you can get them. I don't know about all of them, but you can get a lot of them from, I think the earliest one is 270, 275 for Dragon. And for Dungeon, it looks like it's 84. And I'm just like, that's pretty cool. I mean, you know, how many people can say they actually have the digital ones? How many people can say legally they have the digital ones? Because a lot of people thieving things like thieves, but that's something I did not know. Yeah, see, Thomas, I must have missed that one. It's like, whoop, went right by me. I didn't even hear it. I was like, oh, I was just flipping through that. I was like, what? I'm like, they're online selling? But I thought it was also weird that, I mean, this is kind of the weird part. Paizo's selling at RPG Now, and they have their own platform to sell at. So why would you sell on RPG Now and give them between either it has to be 35% of the sale when you could sell directly on your website exclusively? So I don't get that part. I don't understand that one at all. That's one of those, okay, I don't get it. Maybe I don't know something's going on behind the scenes. It could possibly happen. But I thought it was just kind of weird that came out like that. So I was like, okay. Just let that one slide. We'll keep that one going. Next up, this I found out today. I guess this came out today. Catalyst Labs. Catalyst Labs has done a lot of great games in the past, and I was surprised to hear this one. Catalyst Labs partners with Wizards of the Coast on new Dungeons & Dragons deck building game. And I'm like, what's going on? So to me, you can read it. It's called Dragonfire. It's a personal funny joke that somebody told me about this, but it's a cooperative deck builder based on Dungeons & Dragons role-playing game. So I guess they want to do something different. Dragonfire is built on the award-winning, critical acclaim Shadowrun Crossfire game engine. So why in the world is Catalyst doing this? I don't know. But I get this feeling that WotC's now in the phase of farming stuff out. Just farm it out. If you see some guys, you know what they're doing, they're good, farm it out. That's like the mentality I'm sensing they're going with products now. So, I don't know why you'd farm that kind of stuff out of house. I mean, to me, if you farm out stuff like that, you want to build something on, and you guys run Magic. Let's be honest, they won the world's most powerful, card game in history, and then you're going to farm out a card game to another company. Where's the logic in that? I don't know. Where's the logic in that? I don't know. Oh yes, and Thomas's question: trying to get people who never bought into Pathfinder and stuck with D&D. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, Thomas, there was a time that D&D wasn't even selling on RPG Now, but I guess if they think it's worth losing a third, I mean, I find it very hard that people wouldn't have known about Pathfinder. But this industry is weird like that. But I would assume that their marketing was strong if they've done that. But you never know. Like I said, I don't understand why WotC is having Catalyst do games for them when they have some people who've been doing it for a while. But maybe they don't. Maybe there's nobody there. Maybe WotC is a shell of itself. Maybe there's like 4 guys running it, and they're farming out everything to everybody, every third-party guy. Because a lot of third-party guys are doing work, and people talking about, I don't like third-party. Hey, you guys, there's so many people doing third-party work for WotC. It's first-party. So, I mean, how are you even claiming, it's third-party's junk? I think that's a waste of time. I think it's just whatever, And so, that's like how the title of my thing is today. What are we doing here? I can't tell the winners and the losers anymore. I can't tell why people are making decisions they are. It's just crazy these days. And, some of the discussions you see online and some of the open hostility to people you don't even know, and it's the basic disrespect. I don't know what you like, and so I'm going to just treat you any kind of way. And I'm just like, dude, why can't we just be at least civil to each other? Doesn't have to be nice. Be just blatantly civil. You can not agree with somebody and not just get all crazy and curse them out. I mean, I curse people out face to face. I'm not gonna be no telephone tough guy, as I used to say in the old days. I guess internet tough guy is the phrase now. But if I'm gonna say something to you, I'm gonna say it to your face. I mean, why would I? I'm not gonna not say it to your face. I don't want people saying, "Oh, he said it's behind your back." No, I said it to your face. No, I don't want you to get twisted. I'll say it to your face. I don't feel bad about that. So there we are with that. Ugh. But what I've been doing a lot of lately, if you've been wondering, and I know you have been wondering, I really think you've been wondering, I've been reading this. I keep reading this book. I've talked about it before. I should put up the thing for it. I might put it up right now. It's important because you need to read it. And, a lot of people, it's just funny to me how many people are doing Kickstarters now. I mean, it's gotten so weird to me that everybody's doing Kickstarters, People are trying Patreon. Everyone's like trying to find ways to make that extra little money. Now, don't get me wrong. I did the exact same thing. I'm not like acting like I didn't do that. Yeah, of course I did that. I wanted to try different things. But like people aren't doing like the basic research on the stuff to do it. Jesus, computer, why do you do that? But yeah, like people aren't doing like, reading the books on, hey, there's a great book on crowdfunding you should really read. Did it. And from somebody who actually has done a great job at crowdfunding. It's not even like it's like, oh, it's somebody who doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. It's like, no, this guy actually knows because here's the stuff he's done, here's the books he's done, here's the success he's made, and this is how he developed it. And he's got a lovely post. You can read it over at his website for free if you like, or you can be like me and be like, hey man, let me check this out. Let me see what's going on with this thing. I thought it was worth getting. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, I thought it was worth it. And you don't have to think that. You can go on the website, you can get it for free. But I think, I got the link here, I think you should spend some time and go there. I think you should find out what kind of knowledge he's got and use that knowledge in what you're working on. Too many people are just, too many people are just putting out stuff with like no thought about it. And this goes back to the same problem we have in this industry. Everyone's just doing things. No one's like doing things that, well, I can't say no one. A lot of people aren't doing things that make things awesome. I think people are just doing things to make quick cash. I've seen so many people who do products who are just like cash grab. So I need the money, I'm just gonna do cash grab. And it's like, I kind of don't want to do that. As much as don't get me wrong, I love making money on this. I don't do this for fun and excitement alone. I do this because it generates money. But I also want to do awesome things. I don't want to, it just amazes me that so many people just go and do the same thing, and it's always the same kind of thing, and it's more of the same. And this goes back to a conversation I had this weekend with some friends. We're talking around our buddy's game store, and we got to the point where we're just sitting there talking about what you can do to make your game different than other people's game. And a lot of people are screaming, "Oh, different feats, different races." And then one guy who I trust very much, who's a very good guy, I'm not going to mention his name now because I don't want his ego to get crazy, but people know what I'm talking about will know who it is. It's like it's the story you're telling to them. It's the story you're presenting to them. That's the important piece. I mean, that's the piece that a lot of people don't think about. They're thinking about, how can I get this other cool splat book? Like, no, man. When you make a game, and this was for Society specifically, but this flows for a lot of stuff. You're making something that's going to be unique and different. It's got to be unique and different. Don't tell Tolkien again. Tolkien's been told. Tolkien's been told every way possible. What makes your thing really different? And don't tell me the elves are called something. Give me what's the really different thing. What is radically different about your game that make people go, oh, I should pick this up? Because really, when you're competing out there, you're not just competing with like me. You're competing with Paizo. You're competing with WotC. And those guys have already taken the position of, we're going to make the generic standard thing. Right? Generic fantasy is D&D. And then, of course, there's splinters to it. I mean, Eberron and Dark Sun. But still, at its core, it's always generic fantasy and how people see Tolkien. And that's how it has been, and that's how it will be. And that's what it is. Now, that doesn't excite me at all. That bores the pants off me. I don't think that is exciting. I think it's quite boring. And Pathfinder, I think, at least moved the needle slightly. While it's still, it's fantasy and it's very, very mainstream. But they've moved the needle. Don't get me wrong. They've done a little pivot and they've gotten some stuff. And they got to feed off some of the people who were there for, like for 4E and 3.5 that left. And then people in D&D came back. So people went running back like, oh, D&D, I always loved you. I was just cheating with Paizo while you were gone. And it's like, dude, you can play more than one system. I don't understand that old foolishness. But, it's to each his own. Find the system that you like that excites you. You can build off that system. And I think that works best, So you got this going on and just, it's just, the creativity isn't lacking. It's even weirder than that. I've been talking to people online about, the whole thing with the changing of comic book characters to women and minorities. And it's just like, it gets to a point of like, what am I really reading? Am I reading really good stories? Or am I reading somebody's marketing material to push whatever their agenda is out to me? And being a comic book fan, I'm like, look, I like these characters for this reason. I think these things are cool. Let's make them cool. Focus on the cool. I've said it from day one. Focus on doing cool stuff. Focus on cool stuff. People will appreciate what you do more than anything. Most people don't practice that. Most people focus on other things. They want to make, I got a cool feat with this thing, and this is what makes it great. And it's like, that's great, but how many more feats do you need? I mean, look, well, you can't see, but look, I'll just tell you the thing that drives me crazy. I have 5 bestiaries on my shelf right now. 5 of them. Not including some other monster books that I've gotten from other third-party guys. But I got 5 of them, and there's a 6th one coming out. And I got to go to myself and go, how many more monsters do we need? And then you add on top of that, I got the advanced bestiary from Green Ronin, and that gives me templates to put on stuff. So I really got even more stuff to do. So I got a ton of monsters, plus damn near 100 freaking templates. I don't need another monster book. And that's coming from somebody who makes monsters. I mean, I got to make monsters for Neo. Like, how can I make different monsters for Neo-X's? But let me give you a little hint. I'm going to tell you something that Sean K. Reynolds said a long time ago, man. Find a monster and reskin it and give it a different description, and now you got a cooler monster. I mean, look, there's certain monsters that are iconic to D&D, Wizards of the Coast, that you can't use with this protected IP. I get it. I got it. But there's some ideas they actually do that are really kind of basic ideas that you can copy and make differently. You know, I'm always amazed by this one. So the Githyanki are intellectual property of Paizo, 110%. But the inspiration to them is really kind of a simple idea. You know, a race of guys get enslaved by another evil race, and then they finally rebel. Dude, and you can put and that, to me, I was like, well, that's a very simple concept. And you know, visually, I did this, and this is what I did. This is what we did for, if you did not know, the race for the Patan are based off of what the Githyanki, the concept was. You know, enslaved, got freedom, hate the evil guys that enslaved them. Boom, cool fighters. But I think you need a better like packaging. I didn't like the way, I never like well, let me phrase it. I think Githyanki took too alien to be exactly what you want. So I said, what's a cool thing? What's a cool image? How can I develop this differently? What could be the cool thing? And Catman. I know people like Catman. That's a big thing. But I want to do something different with them. How can I make them different? And I kept focusing on that. And out of that, we developed the Patan. You know, we said they're going to look like Thundercats because Thundercats was a cool cartoon. Everyone liked Thundercats. Well, not everybody, but enough people like Thundercats. Visually, they would look. And I said, who's my favorite who's my favorite Thundercat? Panthro. We'll go with that kind of look. I like that look. It's kind of cool. And then we added in a cool effect of what made them. And then boom, we have an entire race. Inspiration for what anybody can grab. I mean, it's just basic inspiration. But when you go from there to this, it should be different. It's got, take an original idea and twist it and then make it something different. That's all we're really doing here. And that's all we should be doing here. But a lot of us are not doing that. I don't understand why some people, just some people don't do the basic stuff of that. It's like, don't give me another type of orc. Don't give me another type of elf. Take something about elves and then twist it. Hell, here's an idea for you. Here's something we did. I always thought elves would be kind of cool if elves were like Nazis. And if you don't think they're like Nazis, you're not paying attention. They're all good looking. They're all blonde. Go from that perspective. Think about elves who would be Nazis and write that in. And how would that be different? How would they be different? What kind of mentality? How would you make them look a little different? How would you have them separate from what you traditionally think of that? How would you make them so badass that you go, what? That's awesome. And they're elves? Oh, John Wick did that. John Wick is like really good at that. John Wick did that for a whole series of books he did for Pathfinder for new looks at races and what they were and stuff like that. I thought that was brilliant. I thought that was, brilliant. Yes, Thomas. People love different colored of monsters. They love that. Good. How many more different colors can you do for a monster? Do something cool. Oh my God, do something awesomely cool. Like here, one of the things I wanted to do, I still haven't done this goblin. I want to do a goblin, but I don't want to do a typical goblin. I'm like, oh my God, don't do that. My version of goblin kind of looks like, I guess, you'd think like somewhat Pathfinder traditional goblin, but imagine that with like Hellboy slapped together. And then you give him like stone hands with like magma coming out of the skin. And I was going to be like, you should call it like a hell goblin. Like a hell goblin. Oh, good Lord, that's kind of cool. Hell goblin, what's that? See, that's kind of at least a different. It's you take two things that you may not think together and just smash them together and say, what's this? What visually thing can I do this? What can make this different? Yeah, it's a goblin. Or you can even call it something else. You can call it a hellion and give it stats. Steal some stats with something else that's like a fire. Like a hellhound. Boom. Take part of the hellhound stats, pick a goblin, take good Lord, Hellboy's looks, mash them all together, and then boom, you have a new monster. There's your new monster. And you know what, you know how to write about it because you've got some ideas you can steal from the Hellboy stuff. You got some ideas you can steal from work and mash it together. See how we've gone to mashups already? Oh my God, I just get to a point where I'm tired. I'm tired of feeling like that everyone's doing similar stuff, but no one's really pushing it to the extreme. The guys who are pushing it are far, far few between. Oh my God. Ultimate superpowers for Pathfinder, the mashup of superheroes and fantasy. Yep. Well, Jacob, that's already been done. That's already been done. Clinton Boomer has something he developed on his little website for like Pathfinder and it's fantasy Marvel, and it's brilliant. And I want to punch him in the face, but it's so brilliant. I was like, oh, I wish we could do this. Oh my God. Somebody asked Jacob in his book. Yeah, it's like, look. Just take stuff that you know and flip the script. Do like what my buddy Mac Landis says. Flip the script on it. Tell it from a different perspective. Remember, he did that whole thing about, Darth Vader. If you look at Darth Vader from his perspective, his two kids get kidnapped by one of his greatest rivals who become terrorists. And he's a cop trying to save the universe from this crazy old man, these crazy psychopaths trying to blow up stuff and take over because they're starting a rebellion. Dude, that's a kind of interesting story. And, as Darth Vader, it's like, oh, what's that? That can be kind of cool. I'm just like, oh my God, man. It's just, I guess I'm tired of seeing the same old. And even I'm working on stuff that's kind of, I'm like, look, NeoX is my love and joy. And we're doing stuff trying to make it interesting. So I'm pushing more people to do more interesting things because I'm like, I'm not selling for boring anymore. And I don't think you should either. So if you feel that way, you should be like, yeah, man, I'm not going to sell for boring either. I'm going to go out and just kick ass on this, do some awesome stuff. Do you want to do that? Yeah. And I think, look, if you do that and you like that, come write me, say, hey, I'm gonna do the same thing, Lewis. I agree. I think it's awesome. We'll put you up or promote you. We'll find ways to get people interested in you. But I think that we don't have to settle for the average stuff we've been doing. Let's really do it. Let's go big. And I mean big. I don't mean I mean big. Like you're in trouble kind of big. That's what I want. Once again, I got on these weird tirades about this stuff. So Oh, also, so just in case you don't know, because you haven't told you guys yet. So I'm looking to get some more people to come on and do special editions. I've got to call into a couple people. I'm trying to set some dates up, but I'm hoping to get some people and make some announcements very soon. I still got to check with them. So we'll probably either doing these regular Saturday or Friday shows, with somebody important talking, or maybe during the week where I can do something kind of cool within 2 hours. I don't know. I don't want to tell you who's going to come first because two people I'm really hoping will be able to come on. We just got to fix a couple things. One person have to get in contact with someone else to confirm something, but I think it'll be awesome. I think it'll be awesome because it's like, look, I talk a lot about this stuff. I want you to hear other opinions. I want you to hear other opinions from people who know what they're talking about. And I can't tell Owen to keep going on every 5 minutes. I mean, Jesus, Owen has written, everything, got like 17 jobs. You think he might be Jamaican. He's like kind of crazy. So I'm trying to see if I can get more people. There's people I want to get just from friends, just because I know how busy they are, so we can maybe catch them and we can just talk. Because I think that would be interesting for people to hear and what to see differently and how we do it differently and how I do it differently and compare to what you're doing. Maybe you'll learn something new. Maybe you'll find something cool. Maybe you'll find out something cool about somebody you didn't know. Like Eric Mona. I didn't know Eric Mona was that much of a comic book fan. I didn't know until he came on in. Jacob, put your hand down. Everybody trying to get on this show. You cannot get on this show. You are someone I know. And we're going to talk about art. You get all excited, which isn't a bad thing. Maybe do an artist one, because that's another problem too. Doing artists, it's tough because you want to see them drawing art. So you don't want to see them talking about art, but you want to see them drawing art because they're artists. We're creative writers. We get to talk about that stuff. That's how it goes. All right, I'm getting out of here. I've got some stuff to do. I've got some phone calls to make. I don't know who's bothering me now. People bothering me. And that's what I'm doing. All right, everybody. You all have a good day. I don't know about comics tomorrow. I don't know what's going on. How about, hey, Randy, how do you know I'm not planning it already? Randy says, how about doing a panel of ladies in the industry? How do you know I'm not doing that, Randy? How do you know I'm not planning that already? How do you know that's not part of my plans I just told you about? See, Randy, you assume. And Randy, you misspelled industry wrong two different times. Jesus, I didn't know industry was a killer word there, Randy. I didn't know. But see, you don't know what Porter's doing over here. I'm doing awesome stuff. You don't know. You don't know what I'm doing over here. You don't even know. You don't even know. All right, that's it. I'm getting out of here and read some books, do some stuff, and then go to bed. You all have a good day. I'll talk to you tomorrow. There might be some fun stuff. As usual, yes, the phone does suck. Good Lord, oh, this one's in bad shape. All right, so as always, make sure you come over here and subscribe to us on YouTube. If not, subscribe on Facebook. You see us here, right here. Or you can subscribe to our big page, Louis Porter Jr. Design on Facebook. That's about it. It's going to be lots of fun. We're going to have lots of cool stuff this week. And I'm hoping to have some good announcements. I hope the one person I want will call me. Why am I making those noise? I don't care. All right, I'm getting out of here, and I will talk to you all later.